Hey guys, today we're going to be setting up the tool length on an old Fanuc Robodrill. So this is a 98 machine and it doesn't have any of the fancy new tool setters or anything like that, so we're going to have to set things up manually. And I created this video to walk you guys through how to set up the spindle nose as what we're going to measure against, so that way you can load all of your tools, touch them all off, and then use those on any jobs regardless of where things are at in your G54, G55. What I have is on this old Robodrill, hopefully you can see it, you'll see that the spindle actually has the bolts right on the outside of it, so I can't use the spindle nose that I normally would, the flat taper here. So I'm going to have to go off of the front dog that you can see right there. That's what I'm going to be using as my reference position to measure everything out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down and measure this on my tool setter. Now I have this digital tool setter that picked up fairly cheap, and when it gets down to around 0 it lights up, so it makes it real easy to see, which is nice. You'll see that in a second. Now to do this on your control, there's a couple of things you're going to need to do. You're going to need to make sure that every time you go to measure tools, you're in a coordinate system that you don't normally use, that you're not going to be using for anything else, because you're not going to be able to overwrite this or else you'll lose all of your tool offsets. So for that, I'm going to use G59. Obviously, you could use one of your extendeds if you have them. I have a bunch of extendeds that I don't really use, but I don't often need to go all the way out to G59, so I'm going to choose that. Now, the other thing that's important here is you need to make sure that your tool length is canceled. You do not want to measure this when you have any sort of tool length compensation, anything like that in. And in the case of my machine, you're going to see this G49 over here in the modal. And that just means that I'm in G49 mode. That would go away if I had a height offset in there, if I had a G43, H10, or whatever on there. Alright, so now I'm going to jog the spindle down using my manual mode. Jog the Z all the way down. Alright, adjust the X and the Y a little bit. There we go. Z, I'm going to slow it down. And you should be able to see those numbers changing as I come down to 0. Alright, pretty close here, so I'm going to switch into the tenths movement. There we go, perfect. Alright, so now over here on the control, what I'm going to say is that I want to accept this, oops, cancel, this Z0 position, and I'm just going to measure that. And now you'll see that I have in machine coordinates how far down the spindle had to move to make this happen. So now I can use this to measure all my other tools. Now the other thing I'm going to do while I'm here, and this is not necessary at all, but I'm going to move my Z up, and I'm going to approximately center my spindle, so that way in the future I could just MDI over to G59 X0 Y0 and I'll be ready to measure tools. So for that, all I'm going to do is select my X field, which actually that isn't even necessary. I'm just going to say X0, measure, and we'll say Y0, and again, measure. And you see it filled in those particular positions. Great, so let's grab a tool now that I need to measure. So, a couple different ways you could do this, of course. If for anybody who's unfamiliar with running a CNC machine, the tool change code is an M6. So the very first tool that I need to measure is a drill that I have in position number 3. So it's tool number 3. So you could go and hit MDI. We're going to set program and page down. Program, page down. There we go. And now you could ask it to change to the tool you want. So I want tool number 3, and I'm going to type in M6. End of line, insert that. So now I've inserted that into the program that I'm going to run, and now I can hit the green button. Make sure that everything's nice and clear because the Z is going to retract and then the tool change is going to happen. Okay, cycle start. Alright, great. Now, anytime that I need to measure a tool, I need to make sure that I'm in this coordinate system that we just established. We're using, in my case, G59, so I need to make sure that I go G59, end of line, insert, and cycle start. And you'll notice that my relative, my absolutes, and everything updated because it's saying right now I'm 11.5211 inches above where I measured, which is true. So now, what I can do is I'm going to go to my settings page, my offsets, and I need to go to my offsets, and I'm going to come down here to tool number 3, right there, that's what we're working on, right? And I'm going to jog that tool down. So I go back to manual mode, jog my Z. And let's see, contacts there. 30, 20, all right, two thou away. Dial it in the tenths. And this is why I like the light up display one, because I don't have to be super close to it. It'll just kind of take care of it. So now, back on the control side here, I can just tell it that I want the Z input. So input coordinate, input C. And you'll see that number change just a little bit because, you know, I've already, I took this drill out before and redid it. So now, one of the other ways you can do a tool change is if you need to, on a Robodrill, and this is not the same on every machine, but on a Robodrill, if you need to measure a bunch of tools, there's this tool change button right here. So while I'm still in this offset menu, I know that I need to measure tool number 5 because I'm setting up a new job here. So I'm going to go into MDI mode and I'm going to press tool change. And now you'll see it'll increment by 1 change, so I need to press it twice, and there we go. And that's just a little faster way of getting around than having to go back to MDI, back to my offsets page, etc., etc. So now, again, just going to go down, measure this Z, and you'll see that I actually want to adjust my Y position just a little bit, because center over this is somewhere around here. So I'll just reset my Y position, but you already know how to do that. So there we go. I'll measure one more tool here. Nine, 6, 5, 4, switch to the tenths. 3, 2, 1, and there we go. All right, so again, this is tool number 5. So over on here, and I don't have the full keyboard, so I actually have to hit this little button to pull up this menu if you've been wondering what I've been doing. But I'm just going to go Z and measure that coordinate. And there you go. You see this tool, that number changed quite a bit because this is a different tool and a different holder than what was previously in there. So now, in the future, everything will be set up, and it doesn't matter where you measure your coordinate system. And I'll probably do a different video on how to measure different parts to set up different coordinate systems, just so that way you understand. Thanks for watching.